Hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Just getting everything up. Hello, hello. Everything should be good. That actually is really quick on the low latency stuff. It's like 5 seconds less. But hello, hello. How are y'all doing? Just came home from school. I have my... Actually, grabbing my book bag now. I have 2 things of water now. One from yesterday that I haven't opened since, so it should be fine, and then water from today. If I can get the label off. We are not sponsored by Aquafana here. Yeet. There we go. Water. So, how's everybody doing? Just got home from school. Kind of tired, but okay. Got more sleep than I did last night, because last night was not fun. That's about it. I might actually stream for a bit longer than I did yesterday, see if we can fit in both the killing and the clash trial. Maybe. Not sure. But we'll see. Because, might depend. I don't think I have much homework, so I should be fine to do it. But I just want to make sure, get that out of the way first. But we might do both the investigation and the clash trial. But yeah, I think we should jump into it. So let me switch over to the screen cap. Make sure everything is up and properly announced and everything. Yep. And we good. Okay, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. Wait, we are recording, right? Sorry. Yep, we're good. Load the game. We go, boys. We in this. Chapter 4 end. No, not chapter 3 end. There we go. Sam, I'm not sure if you saw, but someone heckin' died. Yeah, wait, I should probably finish off the first water well first. But yeah, we had someone die. That's what we played up to last time. But welcome to the stream. How you doing? Sakura. If I fall asleep again, I'm sorry. No, I will not accept any of your apologies, Jojo. None of them. You will not be forgiven. That's the word I was looking for. Let's actually continue with this sucker. Huh?
Sakura's dead? She's really dead?
We're starting off on a depressed note here, fellas. I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. But please, we didn't make it in time. It's happened again. Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura was really dead? Checking for a pulse or a reaction? I have to go get them! I have to go get the others! On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there unable to do a thing, time just passed. After I don't know how long. Actually, speaking of who killed people, now that we've jumped straight into the who died, I'm going to start the poll of who's the killer. No, not who will be the killer. start the poll. So if you guys want to guess who it is. I got everyone. Ogre?
Yes.
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed. I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means. Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say?
Huh?
No. Whoever killed her. It's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault.
It's one of you! Hiro, Byakuya, or Toko! One of you killed Sakura! What?
What?
You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation? I don't need to investigate anything! Because you hated her! You hated the sight of her! One of you did it, I know it! You know it? Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad!
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on.
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer.
It's the Monokuma file.
That's right. It's the next Monokuma file. And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina, or you're gonna ruin the little face of yours. Now then, with that, Hold on. There's something I want to ask you. It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura.
Say what?
Haha. Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then...
In other words.
Then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to the most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that. It saved me the little trouble of having to go through with our little fight. He sucks, I don't want him to die. Feel you. Cause even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take out a behemoth like that. I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her. So I don't know who it was, but whoever the Blackened is this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
You owe them one? Oopsie. Before you get all... Jesus. All pissy potty at me, you better figure out who did it first. I mean, all your lives are on the line, right?
What is this?
What? He owes them one? I hate him. I hate this whole thing! Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind after all. How could you say that just now? Sorry, I didn't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway.
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it. Hina? I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then Hina is guard number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
What?
Me? You're always a thorn in my side. This time just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. An order?
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on! Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is... Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene. What?
It's your fault.
One of you killed Sakura.
I won't forgive you.
I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all clear.
I won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me. What? You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope, I don't really care. I would rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. And you, Hiro, do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care? I'm gonna start using that from now on. Then it's decided. Nothing's
Calm
decided.
down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. But
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine. I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally, who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
Listen.
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
Listen to me.
all of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura, it's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. Investigate. I better check Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems to be at some point the victim suffered a violent vomiting of blood. Monokuma file 4 has been added.
Hey,
I think the case this time might be a challenge. Why's that?
so...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through, and that door had been jammed shut with the chair from the inside of the rec room. Oh, I can't speak. Which means the killer would have had to escape the room somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way out or in till we broke the window, there's like zero escape, right? References to their other games.
In other words,
this is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing in a lot of mystery movies or books or whatever, but could it really happen in real life? And right before our very eyes like this?
hey,
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails? Sure, if you don't mind.
that's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving locking of the room. Basic approaches include a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh?
In other words...
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from the outside to target his victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door, something like that.
However...
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school. The door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
It's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by that?
In other words...
They stay hidden. When the door is open, they use the confusion to blend in with a group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possible, maybe.
It's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked room?
In other words...
By that I mean, there's actually an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see that in a lot of novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible. Then you think we can cross that one off too?
Indeed.
I believe so, yes. Then when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. Then, Kyoko, which of the 4 choices seems the most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But for now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room, until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. Okay, so we're gonna talk to people after. We'll investigate the room first. This looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
That's... Do you recognize it, Hina?
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you gave that candy to Sakura? I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. Made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much?
I mean...
But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now, they've lost all their flavor. Hina. Polka dot candy wrapper. There's this thing. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Wow! Whoa! Oh my god! The shards indicate to be a bottle, so it must have been a bottle. Whoa! Glass shards on the floor. Thank you for the Captain Obvious. Huh? There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. I know. Wow, it's amazing. It's a Monokuma figure. Figure on the floor. Okay, I don't want to check everything just yet. It's around 1 o'clock right now. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura died around 12 noon, so roughly an hour ago. Was that when Kyoko and I were moving Alter Ego? So, Kyoko and you might... Oh, whoa. Might have an alibi. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
So...
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. She mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the Chem lab.
Just a second.
Oh wait, I was speaking in Kyoko's voice. But that's strange. Huh? What is?
Hey.
You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. They must be the parts of the window that I broke to get inside. Who knows it's a bomb? Oh, it's a dead body! Oh my god! But they aren't just scattered around the can, they're also underneath it. Why does that matter?
So...
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take notice of it. I feel like it'll be an important clue later on. An important clue? I'm not sure I see how. And then we have this chair. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence of any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think that this chair has anything special done to it. The door. This door is the only way in and or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, so there's no evidence that mountings may have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence of any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt that the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. There was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked room mystery from the inside and not from the outside. Which is a good clue, so the killer must have been in the room at the time. And gotten out somewhere else. That same shelf full of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here. Blood splatter on the floor, mayhaps? There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. Must cover up Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Okay, I don't want to check Sakura's body just yet. We got this. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is, how did they get those figures inside the bottles? Wow, good question to be wondering out when you're investigating a murder. Whoa! It's no different than your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside? You've never seen that? Oh, yeah, maybe I have.
In other words...
So this is Monokuma's version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. I feel like I'm starting to make sense of things little by little. The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. Red shards of glass would probably started out as a bottle, which means Sakura must have been hit on the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? Shards of glass in the Monokuma figure are evidence of that, so I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. Let me drink the beer. Stop. Hunt the locker's open, and there on the inside is a handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing? What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and it left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
And it looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker. They left behind us something little extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here till the locked room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Huh? Why not?
Hey.
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
Indeed.
So there's no way some could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean? Marker handprint's been added. Okay, now we're gonna talk to the people. We'll start with Hina and then go to the left.
What the heck?
We already know who did it. Byakuya took her hero. It had to be one of them.
I love how you say you know who did it, and then you give 3 options.
They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto?
Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more.
Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all 3 of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room.
What?
After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. And when I saw her again, after that, she told me. She said that she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon.
By noon, the Monokuma file said she died right around then.
I'm telling you the truth. I heard it right from Sakura herself. And then I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry and that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her by force even, this never would have happened.
Hina, it's impossible not to have any regrets, I know. I always account. I can yeet this bottle now. This girl empty yeet. The fact that she had asked those 3 to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon at the same place and time she ended up dying, might be good to confirm what I just heard from the 3 of them directly. And we got Kyoko.
However,
But for Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
it's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? It must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Certainly, they would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to ask you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura at all today. Byakuya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Byakuya's account. I think we're done here. Oh, no, we haven't investigated her body. That's what I wanted to leave for last. Sakura drew her last breath, sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of a blow to the head Sakura suffered. I was trying to say Sayaka. Oh, don't you hate it when the names of people murdered are the same? Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her, but according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood, and I could see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Status of Sakura's body. Maybe her getting on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance. Byakuya.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have laid on a most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I could call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason I keep saying Sayaka. Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be the reason. Absolutely has to be connected to why she died. She was poisoned. Interesting theory. Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then,
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right, I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted me to meet with 2 other people. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Leave the area. Yes, so I need to go find... Those other 2 people probably went back to their rooms. Good idea. See, she was poisoned. Okay, so Kyoko, Hiro's in the back, and then Toko's over here. Press the doorbell. After a few seconds, reusing that same thing.
Who's there?
I like the most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Oh, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good
Hey,
mood.
I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
You said you want to talk to me about something?
I want to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you.
Oh, what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Byako already told me she had asked to meet with him.
What? She wanted to meet with Master 2? I just said 2, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it?
I admit it, I did get the note. But I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go.
Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Is that good enough? I'm going to head back to my room.
With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Toko's account. And then Sakura Heroes over here. Yeah, there we go. I pressed the doorbell. And after a few seconds...
You know?
Hey, what's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How did you know about that? Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. But what? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well, when she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, note. She came to me in person, and she happened to mention to the others, like, in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. Then you went and met with Sakura? No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
The last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office. I haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Here was feeling around in his pockets. Sorry. Looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pocket. And when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hero's pocket. Huh? Quick as the wind, Hero snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
hey, come on.
Sorry, a bit of trash. Just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash? Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never would. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hero quickly slipped back into his room. Hero said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Pocket trash. So I've heard from Toko and Hero. What next? I'll definitely have to look around the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find more about the protein can that we found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the Kim lab. So, where should I start? See if I can teleport. Honestly, going up to the... Like, I've been good about not, like, teleporting and stuff, because, like, I want to walk to and fro, but, like, it's a freaking long way, man. So, Kim lab. Oh, whoa, hello. Makoto, did you have your eyes on the Kim lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. I am having difficulty reading. I am tired. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. Looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more important right now, what's this powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. That looks like poison right there. There's a broken bottle in the front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? It looks like the bottle has been labeled on it. Kim C4. Looks dangerous. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled.
So in other
That's
words,
right. Could only been done around the time of the incident. If that really was when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Source of the powder. There's footprints in it. These are footprints? They're only in front of the left shelf. Sorry, oh my god, I don't know why I'm having trouble reading. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. And by we, you mean me. How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen. Well, let's go, chop chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long I had drawn up a sketch of the room. Expert drawing abilities, Makoto. Excellent. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me?
see.
So, when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints had only had business on the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, then left. That's what those footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly
Makoto, are these
possible.
yours? No.
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes. I'll confirm their size for myself. Couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see, your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit that these aren't your footprints. Unfortunately? But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints really are a valuable clue. Jesus Christ, I can't read. Let's see, what's on this shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different kinds of medicine. Excuse me. There's a bunch of A's, and I see that C9 sneaking over there. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. Suck! All the containers are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I consider this part of the shelving unit section A. It's not like there's a big old A on the front of it or anything. Huh, but wait. There's one bottle here labeled Kim C9. Could someone have put this here on accident? We got B. So on this shelf is... looks like a bunch of chemicals. I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How you've lived in such ignorance for so long. It must be truly bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh? What, do you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser. Which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I have to focus on the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I considered the part of this shelving unit, section B. Whoa! I don't have to worry too much about this shelf. Section C is the one I'm concerned about, because that's where all the, skulls are. One look, I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. Looks like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I considered this part of the shelving unit, section C. Try to find out more about the shelving unit. Looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A has dietary supplements, Section B has reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that in Section A, there was also a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? That's definitely something going... There's something... God, I can't speak. Fudge, I actually just spilled Coke. No. No. Heck. Oh, fudge. Oh, God. I gotta get a paper towel. Fudge. Oh, fudge. Oh, God. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I know. Okay, it didn't spill on anything good. Yeah, Coke. I'm sorry that my reading's been sucking. I've been trying and I'm kind of tired. And I'm kind of in like a little bit of fog. So if I mess up with stuff, sorry. My throat's also kind of sore. I think we're done here for now. First I have to check out this. I thought I've checked everything. What haven't I checked? Oh, just the powder itself. Okay, got it. There's a bunch of yellow powder bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I'd better not leave a footprint. Should probably take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. Looks like the bottle was labeled Kim C4. Also, looks like someone left some footprints near the powder. In the powder. Good long heart gives up. Turn down my light. I have that up a lot. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to have been spilled right around the time of the accident. All I can tell for now. That's all I can tell for now. I thought you were going to elaborate. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. We'll go do that now. Rec room downstairs, if I remember correctly. I can read, I swear. Wait, no, it's on... Oh, it's on freaking second floor. I'm just gonna teleport. Teleport. Hey, no, it's not on the second floor. But, oh, no, it is on the third floor. But everyone shoots. Maybe there's cocaine. Maybe there's coke?
Hey.
So, Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what... I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me.
I see.
I see. So, along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But that's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway.
Well, I've made some progress on my own. Sakura's body and the shelf of magazines and the Monokuma bottles. These three things have revealed new clues. You do well to look over them one more time. Okay, well, first we'll leave Sakura's body for last. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Huh? This magazine's upside down. Did someone put it back this way on accident?
Hey.
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This is... On one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bold, bloody letters. It said Toko. Could this be a dying message?
Correct.
Then it would appear that you found it. Kyoko, is this?
So...
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message.
However...
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like this when I found it a little while ago. I wanted to make sure I put it exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come along looking. Hey, is that... That says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it. She's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled, she's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I could see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Magazine dying message. Monokuma bottles and then Sakura's body. I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new.
Hey.
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you'll be sure to find it. Correlation.
Coming for her next. Oof. Hey, Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is?
So,
I don't mind guiding you towards the clue, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusion so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer? I do trust you, to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree? Oof.
hey,
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma's bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment? Fudge. God, why is my, like, mouse always in, like, the the right-hand corner? I can't speak, I swear. An experiment.
anyway,
Can you gather up all the pieces of the Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces, too. Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
that doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya was not here, so...
So then,
Anyway, I need to get something from the kin lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. Break the bottle on my head. Surprise, I'm the killer. And with that, Kyoko left the room. Don't really know what that's about, but... what choice do I have? I'd better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up... Sorry to keep you waiting.
So then-
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
in other words,
I got a scale from the Kim Lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? The pieces of the glass you collected, and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of this experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
listen,
Let's first compare the weights of two normal Monokuma bottles. It's
in
balanced,
other words,
which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same, which makes sense. The Monokuma figurines are basically the same and nothing else could really affect the weight.
so then,
Now, here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get all of them, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
so then,
Okay, then let's give it a try. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What?
In other words,
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all together,
hey,
and I believe you'll arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you. Monokuma bottle experiment. And then Sakura's body is the last thing. I already clicked on that. I meant to click a dead body. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from Sakura's body.
just a second.
I just thought, what if I ordered Logan Paul merch just to wear it like during each investigation? Is that a dead body over there? Just staring off into his space isn't going to help you figure out anything. Well, yeah, I know, but
Hey,
don't you think you might actually need something to examine the body?
whew,
There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Are these fancy words? Although there's still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it. Said yes, but don't give him any money. Yeah.
it's true.
Find one on eBay or get like, get some knockoff ones that aren't from him. That's totally normal. Then how can you...
So,
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
hey,
More importantly, look here. Her shoes?
Correct.
You see that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1.
Hey,
Do it yourself. Next is the wound on her head. Look carefully.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me just explain.
Would seem
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
indeed
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So, that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Kyoko's examination summary. Can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. Don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Yeah, this is the reason why I wanted to do the investigation and the trial together, because I remember this sucker being short. I remember this investigation being short, and I don't want to end it right now.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring, I couldn't stay awake.
Same,
Should
no.
I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet.
I might
right?
also go quickly get a Coke so I can wake myself up a bit. Because again, school is not fun.
Please go through the red door on the
I've been
first
trying to get as
floor
much
of the
sleep as
school.
possible, but usually I've been getting 5 to 6 hours.
See you soon.
It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever... I come back with the Coke can, put it down, and then you just hear me start snorting. Whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Snort that Coca-Cola. I think once we go prepare for the trial and it gives us that option, I'll go quickly do it. Monokuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then... the ultimate martial artist! Oh, woo. A locked room murder mystery! Winky face.
What?
What the... Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons! Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. XD. This is just plain creepy.
Well,
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends? T_T. He's right, that does make it seem sad.
I can't wait.
Now then, please get onto the elevator, lowercase o _ uppercase O. I'll see you all down here. Greater than symbol, open parentheses, asterisk, dash, asterisk, greater than symbol, close parentheses, up mark, open parentheses, asterisk, dash, asterisk, close parentheses, up mark, open parentheses, less than, asterisk, dash, asterisk, close parentheses, less than symbol. What was that? Oh, Monokuma, I don't care what anybody... Monokuma is a great character. As insane as he is, it's like... I don't know. Celeste did something disgusting. Byakuya did something disgusting. But there's something about intentional villains, them having a good time with it, that I really enjoy. And that's why I really like Monokuma as a character. He's just cool. He also has a good design. I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How could you act so casually after murdering someone?
Don't look at me.
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean.
I mean, I didn't murder anyone.
Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? Whatever.
Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough, because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer, the one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I knew, and yet someone killed her. And that person is here? That person is one of us? Guess we're gonna have to go in and... Come on, it's time to put an end to this. Made my way toward the elevator, but with each step I took, it felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climb into our steel prison in total silence. Think it's Hina. We can do one more vote if y'all want, and began its sinister descent. Or you can just say who it is, because we're about to go into the class trial anyway, it doesn't really matter. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again.
Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? There's so few. You must be lonely.
You say that like it's not your fault we're all that's left.
I wonder, will the class trial end with one last classmate again? Or will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats.
I vote for Hina. I have no clue, and that's not the first time. It's not the first time I see this. Have you seen people play through this game before? A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. Got here at the perfect time. Yes, you did. Welcome to the streams, app. You didn't miss anything but the, I remember almost nothing. Yeah, we only did the, investigation phase. And I'm not gonna end it. But what I am gonna do is get myself a Coke. Because although I do feel like I'm waking up, because usually once I come home from school in like an hour or so after being home, I'm just really tired. I don't know why, but I'm gonna go grab a Coke real quick just to like wake myself up even further. But I feel like I'm more awake than I was. Because like I could feel like I felt a bit dazed and like hazy. So, BRB. And I'm back. Hello. I usually skip the investigation when I'm catching up. Yeah, because it's like you don't really need to know anything because everything gets gone over in the class trial. What school? Yeah, I had a AP Chem quiz and language arts pre-test. I get energy. I just feel tired coming home. I usually get my second wind, right around this time, so this is usually around the time when I actually start doing homework, but because I want to start doing a stream schedule where I start streaming right after I come home, and I haven't really announced it yet because I've just been kind of like going with it, where it's kind of like an unofficial schedule, because I don't want to like say officially exactly like this is definitely going to be my schedule. I want to stream as often as possible, but not like exactly, but because I've been doing it when I come home, I've kind of shifted back when I start doing homework to around 5 or 6. So, kind of weird. Favorite subject? Math or science, as bad as that seems. So, we're going to set skills, because I think we got a new one. Cool and composed, yeah, because we got bullied enough by, by Miyakua. And we're done. Opening here. Finished preparations, I guess. Last trial, all rise. Let's get into this, gamers.
With a basic explanation, if you can figure out who done it, then
It's
only
not
they
like this
will
is the
receive
4th time
and
we've
I'll
done
punish
this.
Everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
This man blowing my mind.
Now then, where to begin?
I like math because it has like a black and white answer where it's like solving a puzzle, as weird as that may seem. I like it because there can only be one answer. And there's only like one correct. Yeah, one correct answer.
Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Whoa! Deja vu.
It's not like she said this 5 times
The
before.
one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
Idiot. Look at
I
this.
had nothing to
Look at
do
this.
with
Look at this dummy. Love me some drawing class again. I like language arts. I hate the tests. I hate the tests so much.
Yeah, I'd never kill someone. No way.
Because I don't like being asked, like, oh, what do you think the author was thinking? Or what best fits? Because then it's like there's 2 answers that are really close together, and then you can debate what the answer is, and I freaking hate those. I hate multiple choice language arts tests so much.
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
He just seems really sure that it's one of those 3, that one of those 3 is the killer. But she must have some reason for believing that. Let me show drawing class. Huh. I didn't Hello, Frey! All we did was investigate the scene. We haven't done anything else. This is literally the first, like,
It
trial.
was one of you. One of
Not
you
the
killed
first
Sakura.
trial. First, like, debate. Sakura had written notes. Oh, okay, so it's...
And what
I was
reason do
counting.
you have for saying so?
Yeah,
Because you
working
all
again.
had a motive.
Because I'm actually getting them
You
on my
hated her.
personal account.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
Incorrect.
No, that's
Good to
wrong.
have, yeah. Because, I'm also subscribed. I got cut off during the class trial.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Could you shut up for a second, Makoto? I'm trying to explain something. I'm subscribed to my own account, with my, like, personal account that I use. Just to, like, make sure everything works and stuff.
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those 3 killed her.
But, how's everybody doing? I know I thought I asked JoJo and Sam. Might not have asked Zaf. I'm sorry. And haven't asked Frey, so how are all y'all doing? I'm a terrible streamer. Can't disagree with Hina. There's a good reason to suspect all 3 of them. Then does that mean one of them did it? Tired. I'm good but tired, yeah. I feel that. Calling my mom. Pocket trash!
That Sakura wanted to
Pocket
meet
sand!
all 3 of them. There's no way that's not suspicious.
Pocket sand!
One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw.
I have a feeling you may be lying. A sneaking suspicion.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red.
I can feel
polka
myself
dots.
like waking up. Like it wasn't even like before I started drinking the Coke, but like there's like you guys have probably all felt it, but it's like when you're tired, it's like you're seeing, but it's like kind of hazy, or it's like you don't feel awake, and it's like you're looking at stuff, and you're not like fully there.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots?
Yeah, me trying to read this out loud while dude, trying to read it is hard. Working on the same mission from yesterday. Ooh, did you make the booty bigger? I love how it's like that's the only thing you sent.
That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's
It's piece of the dress I'm working on. You gotta
Since
understand.
we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura. It's the only explanation.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
But what Hiro said can't be right, because Sakura could have only gotten the candy after the incident at the nurse's office. The reason I know that is because
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office.
Big oof.
So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it.
Oh, I got caught in a lie. I mean...
Oh, that's right. I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Whoa, that's almost like a complete twist on what you were trying to say
Quite
beforehand.
a sudden hostility.
But we just talked. That's all. I didn't do anything. You gotta believe me.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
Don't do that while I'm drinking, please. The SpongeBob meme.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Huh? Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
What would a shining message even
At
be?
the scene of the crime, she had
Oh,
written down Toko in her own
fuck.
blood.
Is that a
right?
movie reference? I feel like that's a movie reference. One time I was super tired and my mom told me I filled a cup with water and left it on the table in the living room. I went to bed and I actually didn't recall doing that. Yeah. No, that's not even me while I'm tired. That's just me every day. Like, literally, I'll get up to do something completely different, and then not do what I went up to do. And it's not until someone that points out, like, oh, you were going to go do that. Oh, yeah, I was gonna go do that. I'll go do that now. But it's, like, constant. It's bad.
It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do you?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
I didn't even drink it. I just left it there. Yeah, I do that too. Oh god. What's the worst thing I've done, like, forgetting something? Because I feel like I've done something similar to that, where... No, I think I've literally made lunch, and then went to go do something else and completely forgot about it. Or it's... No. Okay, so one time, I was playing Rainbow Six with, Kappa, and, I literally asked my mom to go pick me up Subway, so I could eat that for dinner, because she was heading out. So she brought home the Subway. I'm like, yeah, I'll eat that. Let me just finish this round. And then I completely forgot about it. Cut to about 2 hours later. There's still no one at home, so no one's around to, like, remind me. I'm feeling myself getting hungry, so I go upstairs, make myself a bucket of popcorn, turn and look at the Subway bag, and thought it was someone else's, and went downstairs and ate the popcorn. That was bad. That was probably my dumbest moment. Like, that's probably one of my dumbest, like, forgetting moments.
But if you recall,
It was-
Hina was
that was
very
bad.
adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
I saw, like, she had even, like, gotten the cookies that were there and had put them on top of the bag. And I just looked, I'm like, huh, I guess these cookies are for someone else.
I got it! Kyoko,
It was so
you found
dumb.
a magazine on the magazine shelf,
It
right?
was so dumb.
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the
Yeah,
dying message
dude,
on
it's
it.
awful.
I found it right
I
there
am-
at the scene of the crime,
My-
after we'd started the investigation.
My family literally call me the absent-minded professor, because I forget about stuff constantly. It's bad. It's bad.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
No, there's an obvious problem with what Hiro said before. I don't know what Hiro said before. I haven't been paying attention. Oops. No thanks, I'll just eat popcorn.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
What is he saying? No, there's definitely something wrong with what Hiro said just now.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When...
I think it has to be.
And I can tell you when I found the dying. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
Oh, hey, that was a guess. I did it. I had no idea.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it. After we'd begun the investigation, and you weren't at the murder scene. So there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it?
Because then maybe we could figure out who the murderer is. I mean, I don't know about you, but like, I feel like that could be good.
All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
Is that a... Oh, that is a phrase that I haven't heard, and I am like 95% sure that's a euphemism, but let's continue.
With that one. He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message.
Why are you looking so worried, huh?
100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Are you sure about that? You idiot. Oh god, if it's Hangman's Gambit. Oh, moment of truth. Oh god.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Can't hear you, can't hear you. Conspiracy. The end is nigh.
Oh,
Can't
fudge.
hear you, can't hear you. Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
Sorry, gotta check something. Oh yeah, that's, there was no, blood on the faker.
I'm
Forgot about that
completely
completely.
unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message.
Excuse me.
Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. Both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Excuse me. That's what I get for drinking Coke, but you know what? I need a caffeine pick-me-up.
Who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Get, idiot.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Wow, thanks for caving so easily.
He admits it.
And kept the racker. Why did... Rapper? Racker? What? Oh, sorry, I didn't even see this. We usually have like some small candy stuff in our kitchen, so at 3 a.m. I saw my brother walk into the kitchen. I was like, oh, that's not what you picked up the Idiot.
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because
Didn't like it happen in a murder before?
I killed her.
Jesus Christ, you're admitting to killing her?
Just let me explain what
He
happened.
kept the racker.
I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
What an idiot.
And when I got there,
Short stream.
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well.
Okay.
Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy.
Sure, thanks.
and that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm gonna end it today. I'm gonna end
As
everything.
soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of
Oof.
course I freaked out, and then I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed
That's
it
hacking
across her
violent.
head.
My phone. Oh, my phone storage is apparently full. Dude, it's probably because of like my 5,000 pictures and half of them being memes. I have like a meme folder of like 2,500 pictures. It's
Hey,
ridiculous.
I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening.
I stashed my memes.
Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed.
Seriously, if Hiro ever commits a murder, he'd like literally make the dumbest excuse and then admit to it
So
after.
I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you!
Like,
You're the
imagine
worst.
him
I
like
hope you
IRL.
Well,
Just how hopeless he would
go
be.
ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura.
I mean, roast me, boil me. That's kind of the same thing as death, don't you think, Hina?
You're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain, and until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
So, what is it that Hiro that? Why you picked Toko? Why the magazine was hidden? No, why the magazine was hidden.
I got it! That's true. Everything
I
you just
killed
said,
man.
It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it? By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message? Then stick it somewhere we might not find it.
Why you lift her up so much?
So much muscle.
Oh, well,
So much muscle.
I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
Dude, there's a distinct difference between Hiro lying and Hiro telling the truth.
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec
My
room
leg
both
is asleep.
before and
Fudge.
after the
Ah,
incident.
God. Wake up.
I don't think there's any question about that.
Why is it asleep?
Who was it?
Heck.
If they went to the trouble of hiding the
I'm gonna
magazine,
stand up. This get tilted up with me. Yeah, there we go. My leg is...
they must not have liked what was written
Heck.
on it.
I got it!
Shut up.
It had to be
I'm
Toko,
gonna- I'm gonna-
right?
A standing desk now. We're doing a standing stream. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Who else would want to hide the magazine?
God, why is
other
my
than
foot
the person
asleep?
whose name was written on it?
Is he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait! But more important, that doesn't even matter! We already know who did it, right?
Excuse
Just
me.
admitted it!
That's right.
I get home at 2:50. I have no time between then and stream.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
Oh yes, the good old standing stream.
What he means is that
It's
Hiro
blood's
isn't
finally
the killer.
coming back. Heck.
You can't be serious! That's just... I don't believe it!
Hiro, tell us what happened
You
one more
never heard
time.
of stand and stream before? Well, let me educate y'all losers.
If we go through it once
I'm gonna
more,
sit back down now.
it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
Okay. There we go. Oh, fudge, that's too far down. Yeah, that's good. There we go.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer. Excuse me, I have to prove that. Imagine him like thinking to himself, burping, saying excuse me in his head and continues thinking. So much to have a desky move up to... yeah, I've seen those desks. Actually, this table has like extendable legs.
But I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once.
Oh. Fudge. No, you didn't say anything weird. I just have no patience.
I didn't want to, but I grabbed a Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind.
You hit her from, and you only hit.
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, and
See? Hiro really is the killer!
No, Fudge.
I didn't want to, but I did it.
Oh,
grabbed a
examination.
Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind.
You hit her from, and you only hit.
Yeah,
Just once.
I chose the wrong bullet. Yeah, this like foldable table that I have.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
But Kodo, I'm talking here. It has like adjustable legs, but I have it set up to where it's like kind of low to like so I can sit down. I don't know how far up the legs go now that I'm thinking about it.
2?
Excuse me.
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
Dude, that's a fun
I
hobby.
only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Dude.
How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used.
Kyoko, I know you need some gameplay, but like, could you just explain? Oh,
back.
420, send it 420
After the
yeet, y'all.
incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right?
420 yeet. And yeet. Okay. Back to the street.
And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chest piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle.
Sorry, I'm responding to someone.
But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
Dude, okay, honestly, it's a piece of Monokuma merchandise. I can see why someone would want to pocket it and sell it later. You know what? Understandable, man.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you
Dude,
look at
okay,
what the
how do you
bottles all
have...
had in common, it should become clear.
Okay, how can you stand having all notifications on? I just have them on for my server because nothing ever happens in my server. And, just at everyone's, at here's, and, direct ats to me. I cannot do all notifications. It would drive me insane. Correlation between the Monokuma bottles. I feel like it's starting to become clear. That connection must be... Do we really... It's obvious. What? Oh. I was like, what do you want me to say? Oh god, now my spelling. I before E except after C. Fudge! Excuse me? I before E except after C. With the C. Spells it with the I first. Thank you, spelling. I love you. I suck at spelling so freaking much. Phone is always silent. I don't really mind notifications. Dude, there's something about my phone having to be clear.
The chess pieces.
It's weird.
Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
Also, notice how the bottles are spaced, the way there's 2 missing. And how we looked at this freaking before.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So?
Where's the queen?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you?
Ha!
Then let me explain.
Y'all about to get
In
schooled.
chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the... And on the ground
Mostly our
was the
channels.
knight.
Some smaller servers in the entire server of the YouTuber I'm on for. Yeah, I get... Yeah, I literally only have it for my own server. I have, just, like, personal ats on, so I can hop in if someone mentions me. And add everyone's, of course, when, like, an announcement happens. But I'm in so many servers, and even though I might not talk in a lot of them most of the time, it's kind of like a courtesy thing of just kind of being there and showing like, hey, I'm here to support you. I might not talk a lot, but it's like, I'm here. So I'm in a lot of servers that I don't talk in, but if it's just, yeah. Even the servers that I talk in, I cannot handle the amount of notifications that could go on, like,
Oh, so the queen
too
is
much
missing.
for me, too much for me.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Maybe exactly what we explained.
No, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
I love the music of this game.
I got it!
'Twas broken.
The bottle must have been broken.
What makes you so sure?
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was...
And what is this evidence?
The test that we did. Maybe, just maybe. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Monokuma bottle experiment.
Earlier,
I got it.
Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the
We are
broken
the
bottle
best
pieces at the
scientists.
scene to one of the unbroken bottles.
We have the scientific method on our
And
hands.
what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is... there was actually more than 1 bottle's worth of shattered glass.
Actually, you messed with the results by putting in a plastic bag. The plastic bag could have added to the weight. Huh?
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime.
You guys suck at weighing
But
stuff.
someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces.
Why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
What? I mean, no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. Must have been used by the second. What was that second option? Sakura's bowling? What?
The second wound on Sakura's head.
Excuse,
came from
someone
that
go
second
back and
bottle.
tell me what that was. Because I clicked too
Given
fast.
all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's
First
the
or
matter
third.
of the magazine.
I saw
You must have
the
been in the
first
rec room
attacker,
when the
second
incident
attacker,
took place.
third option. Because it was first attacker, second attacker, and then whatever the first or last option was.
Wait, I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy
Dude, I just admitted wrong to committing murder. You know what? I was going to do bowling officiant. That's what I thought it said. But I'm like, excuse me. What?
Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay.
That makes
fine.
no
Let's hear it.
sense.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
That would have been great.
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
I don't agree with Byakuya for a lot of stuff. But I agree with him for
Toko,
this.
Where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she
Big
found
brain
somewhere
plays.
to hide.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
No, it's not ridiculous at all. There's definitely proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room. A new element has been added to bullet time battles. Would you like to hear more? Yes. So far, you've probably been pressing the left mouse button during your final strike without a second thought. But from now on, you're going to have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Now you'll have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. You'll select it the same way during a non-stop debate, simply pressing the Q, or using the mouse wheel. Feel like that messed up somehow, because /nor doesn't make sense. Also, like the debate, if your logic difficulty is set to kind, you'll have fewer bullets to choose from. But for educational purposes, we're gonna pretend you're set to mean regardless. Just this once, okay? Oh, by the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Go you. Well then, good luck and have fun. We're on the 10th stream. And we're halfway through the game. Excuse you?
It's a lie. I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No. That's enough. I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie. That's enough. It's a lie. I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No. That's enough. I admit nothing. I curse you. That's enough.
This should prove it.
Denied. Wait, how did you say coup de grace? Because coup de
Did you notice
grace just
someone
sounds
left a
wrong. I've
handprint
always heard
behind
people
on the
say coup de
inside of
grace.
the locker? They
I
must
thought
have
that's
been
how you're supposed to
hiding
say
in there
it.
and put their hand on the
Frenchmen,
wall
teach
without
me your
thinking.
ways.
Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Whoa, it totally doesn't look like my hand.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Stop wasting my time.
Yeet to yeet.
It's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura.
No, I swear, there's no way.
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
There's no. You know what? Probably.
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's
No,
note, I decided to
no.
go there early, so I went into the rec room.
Maybe. I don't know.
I
Just
didn't know
I don't know.
what she might do if I
Ju-
didn't go,
maybe.
but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd
Oh,
just
it's
sneak
the
in first.
dust that made her
Hide in the
sneeze, and
locker.
it's Genocide Jack.
Did you see what happened?
That's. I honestly don't remember. I'm guessing.
And I saw you.
I didn't
write
do
my
it.
name.
Actually, I don't know.
I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was Sakura covered in blood.
A headless Sakura.
staring right at me.
Wow.
When I saw all that blood, I fainted. Right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her? You mean? I mean that.
Guess it's that!
That about solves it. Okay
It's
then.
your fault after all.
My fault! Master's fault! When our faults combine, they soar to even greater
Sup, Leanna? Welcome to the stream.
Just answer the question.
How you doing?
Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories, so I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see...
Nope, that's what we're doing now.
Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible.
She's a serial killer. What do you expect?
No, she's terrible. Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever.
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman. If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master.
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
I mean, God, I hate Byakuya, but he can roast a boy.
Just can't catch
He
a break,
can
you know?
roast.
Fate's got it out for me. Cause normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
This is the best line.
Hey, come on.
Go die your
That's-
meaningless death.
But anyway,
Don't you
I'm not
drag
the
me
one that
into
killed
this.
Ogre. So that's good.
So that's good. Keep talking like that, and Hina's
Well
gonna.
then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Huh? I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hiro on that
What's
one.
wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right?
No, not quite yet.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
He roast for
Don't you think there
real.
was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't?
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is. I thought I was gonna have us choose. And it's like, oh wow, I have no idea. Actually, I know exactly, but you know, I'm not saying. Miss me with that.
I was just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up.
I didn't mean to do that.
I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Oh. Yeah, then
Just sleeping peacefully.
body should have been there.
And all of a sudden, Sakura, I remember waking up.
You were taken by so you smashed her.
You got it.
And where did the attack take place?
Right when I looked, I killed her there in front of the show.
Don't take that out of context, please. No. No, no,
We found
no.
Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you
Yeah, let's
finally
not.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm
Music
sure she's
picks
telling
up.
the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think
I
the
like
same
the way you think. That has to be proof that the magazine shelf bloodstain.
I got it!
I got it!
Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then how do you kill? But what about the dead bodies? What about the multiple people that you've killed? The thousands of people that you've killed.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you
Are they
still
just that
convinced
tiny
this
that you're
has
able to
come
like
an
move
end?
them? I don't know.
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
So she just hid in there? Till
Great
everyone
minds
showed
think
up and
alike.
opened
Big
the
brain
door?
plays.
And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the locker was because I was in the locker the whole time.
I got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a
Toko
look
is in
inside.
prison with the people. Okay, so you probably missed it, but if you couldn't tell, Toko has DID, dissociative identity disorder, to where her, like, there's Toko, and then there's Genocide Jack. However, the Genocide Jack cases have never been solved. So no one figured out that it was actually Toko / Genocide Jack is the one doing it, and the police never found that out. Until, obviously, she exposed herself to be Genocide Jack here. But we don't know if the police are even around anymore. So that's it. It's basically...
And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
Or this would be a really short stream for not only the investigation, but the trial itself too.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
Could we really be missing something so important? Is there really another possible explanation? Maybe it's... Make your argument. Bullet time... No, that's not bullet time battle. Yellow powder. I think. This is what I think it's gonna be.
That killed Ogre?
If I had to guess.
If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
I love the arguing and the
There's no
white
other
noise.
possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
Finish this case in like 2 minutes. Ogre's true cause of death.
What was it that killed Ogre?
What the moniker say? There's evidence for strong blood. Violent vomiting of blood. That.
What was it?
There's no one that killed Sakura. I can't think of anything other than the shot.
Oh, hey, I guess correct. Yeah. Yeah, it's only an hour. These are usually 3 hours.
According
Yeah,
to the
they're
Monokuma
long.
file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause.
These suckers are long.
There was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles.
Yes. The bottle hit her over her head. Glass fell off. She picked up the empty bottle and started chewing on the glass because she is just that badass.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
Says the serial killer.
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then it made her vomit blood.
I don't know why, but all of a sudden I just thought of like she's in the Scooby-Doo and God, what's it called? I want to say, God, what's like the official name called? I want to say Mystery Gang, but that doesn't sound right.
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
Sorry, got a text responding to it.
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
Hey, oh hey, one conclusion I thought of. Boom, big brain. I think JoJo also thought of it.
She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
It says the person interrupting.
You're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab
She
up
got
on the fourth
an
floor.
education.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
I could have been useful. You didn't do
There's a
anything.
big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that...
C9.
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections. A,
Oh, we
B,
saw this.
and C. In section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal
AKA
chemicals.
the fun stuff.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
The bottle of poison Byakuya just showed us. I know where you got it. Got it from section A.
The poison was actually in Section A. What?
Huh? You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
Whoa,
What do you mean?
big brain.
I mean, this.
I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and...
Master!
We were so shocked at what we were seeing. All we could do was stand there and watch. As if it was the most natural thing in the world. Byakuya was as calm as ever. This man just chugged poison. That tastes awful.
No! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of its contents with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Okay. This man, it wasn't even liquid. This man just chugged a bottle of protein powder. That is like the cinnamon challenge, but somehow worse because it's entire bottle. That man does need a glass of water.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder.
How are you able to keep talking? That's just... Your mouth would be dry.
Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which would mean, conversely, the poison must have been, could it be? Hangman's Gambit, thank you very much. It's not like it's super obvious. Maybe in the thing the protein, if I could spell protein correctly, that would be amazing. Give me an E, give me an N, give me that P. Where's the... Oh, drink. That's... And... K. Waiting for powder when it's a when it's a 5-letter word and D is the first letter.
The poison must have been poured into the protein can.
I thought we were gonna like reach a like timeout section soon. I really need to go to the bathroom. I will be right back. I've been holding it for like 15 minutes. Told you it'd be quick.
If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true.
I'm sorry. I was trying.
The contents of each container were switched, so the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein
sexual
can.
trigger warning.
Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene?
I got
Probably the protein drink that we literally found on the
You're saying
ground.
they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
That's what we did for the Hangman's Gambit. But I guess that didn't matter.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
Dang, boy.
I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
Evidence that shows that switched him. It's gotta be, maybe the stuff that was, like, super obviously on the ground.
I got it!
Just maybe,
Footprints left
considering,
behind in front
I
of the
don't know.
That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
No, it's the person that finally killed her. Sorry again. I'm discussing dinner with the parental units. When do we vote? I don't know, when the trial ends.
Definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap
Never
the poison
trusted
and
Toko.
protein, leaving their footprints behind.
Actually, I kind of want to do the vote again, just because it'd be interesting to see what you guys think right now. So I'm gonna, yeah. So we already had a vote for Byakuya while we were doing the investigation, but now that there's more people and that we're in the class trial and it's getting really interesting, I want to see what who you guys think it is.
And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now.
It was me.
Oh, well, okay.
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Ogre's kill.
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected. The footprints
Dang.
were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Me.
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
I mean, Makoto's wearing some fine sneakers, and like they gotta be comfortable. Although, literally in the thumbnail that I have, he's losing his shoe. Makoto, are these yours? No. Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only
Boho.
one other possibility.
I'm gonna call you Boho from now on.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused
Just
on
like
pinning
you
the
call me
crime on
James.
someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive
Sounds
all
fancy.
of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why?
Well,
Why
I mean,
would
we're
you
about to
do
find
that?
out.
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink, but when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then...
Hold it. I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters
Wow.
is outwitting the opponent, defeating them.
Excuse me?
Not a
Friendship
person
is
alive
all
would
that
sacrifice
matters,
themselves
okay?
for another. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Friendship is magic.
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism, but there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it.
Come on, Kyoko! We were gonna murder someone!
That doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures.
Makoto did.
She's
Surprise,
the
we
culprit.
did
There's
it.
no way you can doubt this.
We actually, the game actually ends here. You caught me.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it.
Dude, just
doesn't
imagine
fit.
that. That would be
What
such an ending.
I mean, Why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious. Too easy.
He's right.
Too easy, 5 me.
Makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
Yeah, idiot.
I was just nervous.
Too many plot
So,
twists.
I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
Yeah, dude. Oh boy, that would be a twist. Cause freaking like, imagine that. Like, imagine like actually like watching them plan the murder. That would be weird. That would be weird. Soccer. The world is a. Sup, Lucifer? Welcome to the stream. How you doing?
You didn't notice?
Yeah.
Just imagine that though.
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That
Yeah,
doesn't
dude.
matter.
This game gets crazy.
Gina,
It's awesome. I love it.
Please. I'd like to know too.
Cause it goes from it went to Hiro, and then it went to Toko, and then it went to Hina, but now we don't know who it is.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina
It
is
gets
the
hacking
culprit.
crazy, dog.
There's nobody else to suspect.
Welcome, yeah,
Nobody
welcome to
else could have
Danganronpa.
possibly
Enjoy
done
your stay.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay,
Idiot.
then, go on.
So then I moved to section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
At least she's aware that she's an
That
idiot.
story you just told. First, you
Idiot.
went to section C to get the poison. Then moved to section A to get the protein, meaning you went from section C to section A.
Yeah.
But if that's true, isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
I forgot. I need to call Makoto Big
It's
Mac.
the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case. Idiot.
First, I went to section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder.
Yeah. When I grabbed.
Okay.
And I moved from section C to section.
Busted already. Hacking destroyed. Hacking annihilated.
You said you went to get the poison from section C.
Exactly.
And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from section C to section A to get the protein.
Ding dong, y'all are wrong.
But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from section C to section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe
What?
she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
Gotcha.
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I had left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Ha! She tricked Byakuya. That's what you get.
You lied to us. Plain and simple.
Dude, even Byakuya didn't notice. You got played, sucker.
If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to section A. So you never went to section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved section A.
Well, you see...
What the hell? What's going on here?
Me while playing Danganronpa.
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account. Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure?
You're not as smart as you thought you
You're the one
were.
that gave it to me.
I did?
Yeah, idiot.
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave
Yeah,
oversight.
skill. I got heckled.
Just say it already. What is it you think you found?
I found this.
He's actually showing emotion. It's magic, huh? A piece of
It had
glass?
sunk to the bottom of the bottle, and the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder.
Dude, imagine him like chugging it, accidentally eating the piece of glass. It just cuts up his insides and he dies.
I couldn't have
That would've
solved
been
the mystery
awful.
without you. So, thank you for that.
Yeah, idiot.
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then.
That would have been another death. Oops.
Makoto, why don't you explain it? Huh?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Foo, why?
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
The glass teleported.
What's so strange about that?
Obviously.
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us, I got it!
Should have been there.
The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina?
Whoa.
And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
You didn't realize this
reality,
earlier?
That bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass
Freaking love
in
this
that
game.
bottle.
And then, once the room was
Honestly,
opened,
I thought it
the
was
bottle
like I
somehow
forgot.
moved back to the shelf in the chem lab.
I was kind of going to be disappointed how short this trial was, but then I forgot how I thought there was going to be like the obvious twists and stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, it's like, oh, this person could be in. And it's like, it's very obviously not, like, once they explain some stuff. But I forgot, like, how, like, at the beginning, it's like, oh, these, like, super obvious twists, and then it hits this, and you're like, oh.
Meanwhile, the protein can we found
Oh.
at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast.
When my teacher's lecturing.
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked.
Oh. Oh.
You say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked. We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that.
Byakuya was always the collected, calm, and chill one. Sorry, I just had to quote. Like, I've been listening to 21 Pilots a lot, so...
But before we do...
Yeah,
there's
it
something
basically
I'd like to
sums up
confirm with
all of
everyone
them,
here.
where it's like, oh yeah, it's like, I know who it is. Wait, what? What? And then you get dragged along for an hour.
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Of course it is.
Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that?
I don't know why Byakuya being so shocked is so entertaining to
How
me.
do you know what I don't know?
The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. Hecking dead. Hello, Alan. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? He shook. He heckin' shook, dog. Wait, with this, what? Exactly.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in—
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be.
It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
No, that's wrong.
No. Who else here have played? I have played the whole game. I have played the first game, the second game, and the third game. But yeah, this is my second playthrough of it. But there are people here. We have Boho, Frey, Leanna, Zaf. We have a bunch of people here that haven't played through it, so I'm keeping this as spoiler free as possible. Like even though I know exactly who's done it, like I know who killed her. I know exactly who killed her. I'm not going to say who though. And I'm gonna make it like as innocuous as possible. I will leave no hints. Or as much as I could. Watch someone play the second game. Yeah, playing along without spoiling. Oh, Sam, you're still here. Hi. I thought you were gone. Oh, Luis, oh my god, I'm sorry. You guys haven't been talking, so I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But yeah, like I'm going to play along with this as much as I can.
What? And this
I will not crack until until we obviously know.
It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken.
Like to see what I'm showing. Check what they're.
So
yeah.
It had to be after we got into the
Here's
room.
the beat social. I feel you. I feel you.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over...
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched. And as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
That in fact I'm right from. Yeah.
You're saying she drank it, knowing what
I said
it
it.
was?
She killed herself.
Such a ridiculous fiction is.
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry, please.
Oh, now you've regained your composure.
Before we get to
now
that,
you've regained
we need
it.
to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison
Sorry.
from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
What do you think?
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned
Yeah,
herself?
dude. You just got outplayed, son.
What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying!
This game's
Stop
insane.
lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. I have to get Hina to admit that. Oh, bullet time battle? Bullet time battle. Yeah.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Just let it end already! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Just let it end already!
Fudge.
You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! I'm telling you, I did it! I hate you!
This is fudge. Okay, I did it.
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it.
Boom. The girl you suck. Yeah.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
Okay.
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab.
Yeah, your
That
girly.
powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura.
I'm not gonna
What
say
else
anything.
could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle,
Welcome back.
she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep.
Everybody
any
dies.
problem
End of
with my
game.
thinking?
Boom.
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
One that killed Sakura. The connection between Sakura and the poison and the unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
Yeah. It's freaking brutal, man. It's brutal.
The killer was Sakura?
So you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and
freaking
got
brutal.
the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because of course,
I got it!
Sakura made it.
The locked room
Kyo
mystery was
kills
created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it?
I want
Hina?
that to be a meme somehow. That's something I want to post to like the Danganronpa subreddit. A picture of Kyoko like really mad. I'm gonna kill someone.
You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door because you already knew Sakura was dead and because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice
Dab.
anything. And
Kyoko was checking
And
the
the
body.
more I think about
Sorry,
it,
I accidentally skipped that.
the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them.
I have to go get the others.
On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else.
Excuse me.
But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it?
Hey, I'll
Once
be
you
gone
were
for
at
real,
the
man.
chem
Uncle
lab,
just came
You
over.
headed straight
Come
to the
back.
section where the
I'm just
protein
going.
powder was kept.
Be surprising. Talk to you all later. See you, Sam. Have a good rest of your day. I probably won't be
You took the
live.
powder
This
and poured
trial
it
is
into the
finishing
bottle
up.
of poison you'd grabbed
But
from
have a
the
good rest of
rec
your
room.
day. Have fun with your uncle, or talk to him or whatever.
When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein
I don't know.
can.
Hang out with your uncle. Have a good time hanging out with your uncle. But yeah, see you, dude.
Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
when you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room...
I got everyone.
Ogre?
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
Sakura's been killed. I see.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground.
Sent you a message. I'll check it. Actually, I can check it right now.
Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a...
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, You didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence. And yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived
Yeah,
us
dude.
to make it look
Same.
like she killed Sakura?
No! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Oh, we gotta do the closing statements. Okay, the other person that got the note was Byakuya. Hid somewhere. Closet. Not closet, locker. That's the name of it. What's this? What's inside? Let me find the one that was just... There we go. And then he wrote Toko on the inside of it. And then he fled. He was in the locker, came out of said locker. It might be the other way around. I'll have to... I don't know. It said Toko. Oh no, she placed it upside down. That's what it's trying to say. The queen. She killed Sakura, came from it. Picked it up. What was it at that point they switched with?
Here's exactly
There we go.
what happened. This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically,
Sound effect, sound
those people
effect,
were
sound
Hiro,
effect.
Toko, and Byakuya.
Did she drink the poison after or before? Well, you'll see, but
But one of them headed out a bit
It's,
earlier than the other.
after.
She got there one step ahead of everyone else,
oh, I did choose the right one. Good.
and she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name.
She drank it after the... Yeah.
By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her.
Also, welcome to the stream, Luca. How you doing?
But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing.
Back to the blood is
So
pink
as
still
soon as the
bothers
coast
me.
was clear,
You get used to it with the games.
she jumped out
Hashtag
of the
family
locker and
friendly.
hid the magazine on the...
We are Christian Murder Channel, thank you very much.
But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down.
Idiot. What about you? I'm doing good.
Soon after, she watched
Actually,
as Sakura
I'm
slowly
doing
opened
as
her
good
eyes.
as you can do after finding out that one of your friends had killed themselves.
She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to when she woke
It's
back
big
up.
oof.
Her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another. This
Yeah, I
explains
like
why
the
there
pink
were
blood.
two
It's
wounds
kinda
on
cool.
Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death?
You would not be able to
It was
stop
the
Sakura
poison that
just
Sakura
with beating her
herself
over the
got from
head.
the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there.
Sakura is too buff, please nerf.
We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina.
Oh.
That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Is it...
That's what happened? But Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Because you're an idiot.
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's
called
what you don't
being
understand. And
human.
that's why you couldn't solve this case.
Something that you might not know about.
See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Oh! Get roasted, boyo. Oh! I think we can stop the poll of who was the killer. No one suspected any of that. You were tricked. You were heckin' tricked.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made...
And then everyone died.
Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me.
Me at school.
Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
That was like the first one like Mondo, okay, kind of, but like it's like some of them, like most of them were surprising, but this one especially being out of nowhere like that. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself. Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth, huh? I see. There's the one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean you were gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes.
For serious? That's...
What is this?
You still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this.
Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's...
I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note.
Suicide note?
Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine.
I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer like for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't forgive
my
this.
closest friend got hurt.
Sakura.
Because of me, my friends are going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility.
Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way for everyone to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked me to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you know how dangerous it is?
Don't worry, I just want to talk to them.
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they're all going to gang up on you at once, even you.
Hina,
Please, don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
they're friends.
Sakura.
Yeah, dude, it's freaking...
She completely believed in all of us. If you had just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
Why?
And yet... You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable.
No, that was just a misunderstanding.
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her. Do you have any idea how desperate she was seeing you all act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you pushed her. Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina,
You came.
Wait right here, I'll help you out.
Hina,
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you.
What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
A favor?
Some protein.
I'd like some protein. Could I ask you to?
Yeah, you got it. Just hang on, I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. That's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf, Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could, but by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please.
Let me in! Please open the door!
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses just like every other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness, that's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it. And just to add to the weight that she had carried. And I didn't even realize it.
Hina.
We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live.
And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial.
Sakura died hating all of us, and I wanted to free her from her regrets. Even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
I'm sorry to interrupt what you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say?
Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
Of course I knew what she was thinking, because hurt me.
In other words,
Well, what I'm really trying to say is,
yes indeed.
don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note.
But what? Hina already...
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby.
It's true.
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room.
Huh?
What? Then you lied to me?
Unbelievable.
Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now.
I can't help it if you
well
totally
now.
took my little scribbles at face value. Didn't even have Sakura's signature on it.
You filthy little...
I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of a production process. Okay, and scene. Cut.
And?
So then, what did she write on her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my most melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey, hey.
But you know, haven't you been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
Hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Give me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes,
Okay, geez. Talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. Ahem.
My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
I'm gonna read all the messages once we're done with this.
It was our first night in the strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
See, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of the dojo, but my family has watched it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch. So even if it meant my own life, I had to protect
I'll read
it.
all the messages after.
That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind, and more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel.
So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Maybe oxymoronic, or just moronic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me.
Okay,
all of
night,
this is because
Jojo.
of my own weakness.
have good Sneep.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that is not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me, which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
Oh my god.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control, and to fulfill that obligation I have decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit
But
murder.
I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you dies with me. For that, I am willing to give up my
If
life.
it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting? To protect us?
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much. No normal person could do that.
However,
It was her only limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew that you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry. But please, don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully, then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But
God. Okay, I'm gonna look at the note. I'm gonna look at all the comments now. Sorry, I just want to get through that first. Yeah, dude, it's freaking... Yeah. God, everyone sucks in this game. Dude, it's freaking... This is why I really like this trial. It's just, God, it's not something to even like. It's just, it's the best trial because it's so freaking sad.
This is... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close and still.
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was like totally pointless. She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing that anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one. She deserves all the blame. Everyone go blame her. Go ahead. She deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided.
What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either. Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy is you, nobody else.
What do you want?
What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go! But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember? Your enemy is each other.
He's absolutely right about that.
Ah, lovely Byakuya, you understand, don't you?
This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I'm bowing out of the game.
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for the game.
Don't make me repeat
There's no point in
myself.
participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it.
What's going on here?
Now that I only have one thing to look forward to,
It's all clear.
and that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one that thinks that they can control me. Byakuya, does that mean? Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking.
Whatever master goes, I go. If a mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire.
Everyone.
Hey,
Well, now, can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning?
How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still going to be the one having the fun time.
Heck?
The fun time?
Anyway, let's not forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to punish
It's
you
the
guys?
moment we've all been waiting for. Punishment time.
What?
Wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead.
You're not gonna...
Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh, heavens no. Just because the Blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm a very particular about the bare times one rule.
Listen up.
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste. So, for my special punishment, I've prepared a special guest.
A special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
That's a buff bear. Excavator destroyer. Mastermind found alter ego. God, the music too. It's like a horror movie music. You suck, man. You turned him into a mungled hunk of junk.
Woo, that really took a lot out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say a post-workout grub chicken's where it's at, and all about that grilled goodness. Fried, boiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence, grilled is where it's at.
I realize how dangerous it could be, but still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid.
Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned into fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you! That was my friend! How dare you kill him!
What's the matter?
Huh? You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball?
Shut up! He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend! And you killed him!
Is that what you call animism? Where a soul dwells within all things, like even laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things all sneaky.
just as I thought.
So, you finally noticed him.
Actually.
Finally, no. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all going to play out from the start.
What?
What are you thinking?
You knew, and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data on that laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you. Or maybe more like a reward, an honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal. So I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so we can all get out of here together.
Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed.
Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel a billion times better. Experiencing such a meaningless death is so soothing. It even makes me remember that every low can get even lower.
No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Holy moly, you're like super mad. Like, just unreasonably upset.
Well?
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that, I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yep, there's still a little bit left to Sakura's note. Huh? Do I have your attention? Okay, then here we go. Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly.
One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school. What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, so I've learned one thing, which is, the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Oopsie daisy, that was a close one. Another word and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory. Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today.
What? You can't just stop at the most important bit?
It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you can't even friggin' know. You don't even friggin' know, huh?
You got...
That's the whole point, stupid. It's to get back at all of you hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. Like I never let any of you greaseballs have it. But...
Too bad.
Sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one last line in this note. And just let me say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, no matter what. And that's seriously it. Huh. Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh?
She won't lay down and die. She'll fight you?
Well, whatever. Who cares about some dead musclehead has to say?
Well?
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know? And maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about it. Think long, think hard.
Did anyone think of tossing a Molotov at that bear? Yeah, those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message, her last clue to help us solve the mystery of this school. The mastermind did something to us. Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You...
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Who?
What?
Hey.
Answer me, what did you do to my body? The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, did the mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? And if we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off? And the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so it's not totally unheard of. No, I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo,
So the class trial's over and Monokuma's gone.
but...
So now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than head back up?
Oh
yeah. Okay, let's get out of here.
But,
You know, I still feel responsible. Dial back that ego a bit there, girl. A kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones who figured it out.
Stop talking.
Shut up.
seriously, I'm sorry.
How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then I'll try. That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just...
No, 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 no!
I cannot suffer the existence of someone that would disturb the romance between me and Master. What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why'd I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Sleazeball?
What the heck?
That's right, I called you a sleazeball, 'cause you are, sleazeball.
Apparently you still have a death wish.
Oh, more biting sarcasm. No wonder you don't have any friends.
No, 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 no!
Hey, stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous. I want to use give and take me.
I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for us now. And so, Sakura's class trial came to an end. We returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms and before long, night snuck up on us.
This is as such. Soon the doors to the dining hall. Okay then. Sweet.
I'm gonna read all the comments now. Oh, stop. No. Yeah. Can't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep. The night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. What? Wake up. Wake up. Huh? The voice dragged me from a deep slumber to a hazy half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead.
Kyoko?
Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
Excuse me? In a flash, I was wide awake. But what are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up. Oh, I see. Wait, but my door. It was unlocked. You are unbelievably careless. It was unlocked? Are you serious?
Hey.
Always. And you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised. What time is it?
Correct.
3 o'clock in the morning, of course. It's 3 a.m.? Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? I did not mean... I never I would miss the sun so much, but thanks to this metal plate. It's so late. What happened?
Makoto.
I have a favor that I need to ask. What's your favor?
So...
Remember when Sakura said at the end of her note? I'm not going to just lay down here and die. I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that. Okay, but how do you plan to do that? Then Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered. The data center on the 4th floor. What?
Goodbye.
I'll meet you there. Without another word, she was gone. What the... Her words reverberated through my half-dazed head. The data center? But I thought it was locked. Apparently we're heading to the data center. Dude, I need to freaking finish up. I'm gonna... The second that I made my way into the after-hours school and head for the data center on the 4th floor. Once it hits the next chapter, like officially says like, hey, do you want to save your data? I'll end the stream. But there's also like the little tidbit that happens after the trial. Eventually, I wound up at the data center, but when I arrived, Kyoko's not here. That's weird. She said she'd meet me. Is she maybe already inside? I put my hand to the door and with a certain amount of force, it didn't open. I tried again, but it must be locked. What was it Kyoko said? The data center on the 4th floor.
What's this?
Oh, what are you doing up, mister? Breaking into a locked room is incredibly prohibited, don't you know?
Oh, well, I just...
You're trying to tell me you don't actually bust in yet, right? But I can see that you don't. Don't waste my time telling me crap I can see for myself. It looked like you might break in any second, so I just thought I'd give you a friendly reminder. Or are you going to try to tell me that you were sleepwalking or something?
No, nothing like that.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning, for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know. Stop being weird and go back to bed.
What's wrong now?
Just a second.
Why are you out here making a racket? Kyoko?
You too? You guys?
Whatever. The two of you just get back to bed. I'm possibly exhausted from the class trial.
It's true.
Sure, you got it. Come on, Makoto, let's head back. What?
Hey.
Didn't you hear me? We're leaving. I have no idea what's going on anymore.
Shall we go?
Don't worry about it. Let's just go. Okay.
Yeah, get on out of here. Shoo.
So we left and went back to our rooms. And then...
Goodbye.
So, goodbye. Hold on. Listen, what was that all about just now? She woke me up, made me go to the danger center, which just so happened to be locked. And then she shows up late and we leave without checking a single thing. What was the point of all that? Don't worry about it. I figured that would be the end of our conversation, just like always, but...
Goodbye.
Well then, good night. Sure. And then that was over. As I turned to leave...
Mukuro Ikusaba.
What? Kyoko was right next to me once again, whispering into my ear.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
And that's where we're gonna have to end it. Hey, oh, Mr. Cat, you literally just missed it. I'm just finishing up now. 7 question mark? To be continued. But yeah, how was that, everyone? You received the altar lamp present. And we're gonna save here.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
We just went over this. I'm gonna switch my face cam. But, yeah. That's actually, you probably want to leave now because right now I'm going to be discussing Chapter 4 just in general. Actually, after playing through it a second time, I have to consider it my favorite chapter now. Not speaking of the 6th chapter, I refer to that as completely different. But the 6th chapter, I mean, this chapter is so well done. Yeah, bye, Mr. Cat. Sorry, like, I'm going to be discussing all the spoilers of this chapter. I don't want you to, if you don't want to spoil yourself. You're always in stream when I get home from school. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I start right at 3. And I've actually been running long. Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything for you accidentally. But, I love this chapter a lot. And it's not because anything good really happens. It's just depressing. It is the first trial where Chihiro's and Mondo's backstories were great. Chihiro's and Mondo's backstories were great when it came to like developing an emotional connection. It was a good foil and it was kind of a tragic story. But this was on another level where it's something that you never saw coming. It's always been set up where it's someone else killing someone else. And that's always how it's been. Because that's what you would expect. It's a killing game after all. So when you see someone's dead, you're going to assume someone else. But the fact it's her killing herself, where it's Sakura killing herself, that comes out of nowhere. You might have been able to figure it out, like if you put the pieces together where it's like, I'll end it all. Because you hear that during the investigation. I'll end everything right now. That's literally just her finally like deciding, yep, I'm gonna do it. That's sad. And God, it's depressing. It is genuinely depressing. Sakura killed herself so everyone else could try to be friends, but even that didn't work, where Hina felt guilty about the whole thing and just wanted everyone to die, even herself. She was just done. She'd had it. She had just given up and blamed everyone, blamed even herself for Sakura's death, where there's no point for any of us to live. Everyone's at fault. Yeah, it's like you can't blame Hina though. She just lost her best friend. She literally just lost her best friend. And that's sad. It's so freaking sad. And then, I mean, we do see development in Byakuya where he's always been focused on the killing game, but he finally is like, no. The people, he didn't even realize that he always just equated stuff to where it's like, this is a natural cause and effect. There's got to be a reason behind everything. But Hina deciding to try to kill everyone is a human reaction, which Byakuya never would have seen. And that just kind of opened his eyes to where it's like, these are people. And I'm not going to participate in the killing game anymore. and everyone just kind of agrees, where it's like, there's Sakura killed herself to try to end this. We might as well try to stop. But oh my god, it's a great twist. Everyone teaming up against Sakura, and then it not turning out to be anyone except her, and it's just sad. And then her suicide note. But god, Hina just crying and yelling at everyone. It's like, it's emotional. That's about it when it comes to like the trial itself. It's a good trial. It's a freaking good trial and chapter. And then the execution of Alter Ego, because Monokuma knew the entire time. Monokuma knew the entire time that it was freaking, that Alter Ego was a thing. But the second it started getting into the network, he had to do something about it and just killed Alter Ego, which is also freaking depressing. Because now that we don't have our ace in the hole, our ace in the hole's gone. So now we can't do anything with that. And then I think the final thing I want to say is the revelation of the 16th student being an actual thing. We had heard it rumored when Monokuma was talking to Sakura, but the ultimate despair, Makura Ukasabi, we finally get a name to the 16th student, and now we're like, could someone really be hiding at the school? It's not someone outside of our control. Could it be a fellow student doing this to us? The ultimate despair. So now we get the revelation of, well, it's an ultimate, someone that we've never heard of, but apparently someone that we need to look out for, which is surprising. It's a good twist. But now we're just going to have to end it here. There's not much to say about this trial because everything is just kind of self-explanatory. It's just like, it's a great one. Sakura's death is just very, very emotional, and Hina's reaction to it's emotional. We see development in Byakuya, and finally realizing that it's like, this isn't a game, this is people's lives, which is good development. He might be a redeemable character after all, because I honestly forgot about all that. Because the reason why he did that to Chihiro is because, like, he believed it to be a game. He honestly didn't hold any value in human life other than his own. But now he's coming to terms with that and realizing that he is in fact wrong. There are people smarter than them. There's people that deserve to live, which is something that he never thought about before. And now he's at least partially changed. Probably not all the way, but partially. So I think I'm gonna end it here. It's like 6. I need to go eat dinner. I'm hungry. And I need to do homework. So thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a blast. I honestly think we didn't hit the trial until tomorrow, but the investigation took really quick. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. This has been a blast day. We'll start chapter 5 either tomorrow or Thursday. I don't know, but thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.